real nigga, real nigga, real nigga reviews. What's up, motherfuckers? It is I, yo Papa Slamurai, and today I'm going to be reviewing two movies for the price of one. That being The Flash and Transformers: Rise of the Beast. Let me go over my review process one more time with you. You got 5 sections: acting, directing, writing, sound, and cinematography, with the possible point system of, what was it again? Oh, 5 in each one. So the total you can get is 25. Tell your mama and your daughter. That's a quarter. Anything under a dime, don't waste your time. And unfortunately, Transformers is very close to a dime. Real close. But we'll get into that later. This is one of my favorite movies. See my shirt? I was looking forward to Transformers. But anyway, I'm going to start with The Flash. With The Flash, I gave acting a 3. That's because Ezra Miller kind of redeemed himself in the acting department. No one liked him as Flash to begin with, but I think they kind of addressed that. I'll talk about that a little bit more later. But he was surprisingly, he did his job in this movie. He did his job in this movie. Michael Keaton was great, and there was a bunch of cameos. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but Michael Keaton was great. I think, as always, I don't think I've disliked anything Michael Keaton. Not that I can think of right now. The directing, I'm going to give that a 3. Andrew Muschietti directed Mama beforehand. I knew that. I did not like Mama. He also directed both the It's. I liked the first part, didn't like the second part, didn't like the direction that it went. So I'm not saying much about that, but I don't look forward to much of Andrew Muschietti doing anything in the DC universe. The writing, 3.5. 3.5. The main reason it gets that bump is because I really like how they handled the multiverse situation and time travel, and the consequences and paradoxes of the messing with the event, the timeline. I really think that they did the best explanation of it out of anything I've seen multiversal in a while. I haven't seen Spider-Verse. I want to see that, see how they deal with that and compare it when I do the Spider-Verse review. But right now, they were doing pretty good. Surprisingly well written story too. I liked it. It just it felt a little rushed. I would have preferred maybe it had been 2 movies and got to delve into the story a little bit. Some things felt like they were just thrown in, so that's why 3.5, not a 4. The sound, a 3. Basic sound design, it was good, but not like something to write home to mama about. But I did like the inclusion of the classic themes for everybody when they were there. That was very nice touch, chef kiss on that one. Cinematography, I almost wanted to give it a 2, but I'm giving it a 3. The cinematography was very strange. They had some weird 3D graphical choices, which was explained because you had to be in the Flash Force to see things, but you'll see what I'm talking about when it starts. However, when it starts, they go in hard. That's all I'm gonna say, man. Go see this movie because it starts off hard. They lean into it. I like a little bit of the jokes. It was probably too many, but for the most part, it was a well done movie. That being said, the total is 15.5. That's above average. That's 0.5 above average. So definitely go see this movie. Transformers: Rise of the Beast. How I wish thee were better. So let's get right into it. Acting, a 2. None of the human actors were any worth a damn, except for one, and that was Toby Nigui, and he was a side piece. In this movie. My nigga should have been there. That boy from Texas, he put in all the music. Well, he didn't put in all the music. He got like 2 songs on his album too, on this soundtrack, but he did surprisingly well. He was the best actor. Of course, the voice actors were top notch. My boy Peter Dinklage as Scourge. The Dink killed it. Like, you gotta see his performance as Scourge. You're gonna love this shit. Directing, 2.5. 2.5. And I think there was too much inclusion. Now, I'm a black man. I love to see black folks in cinema, and I love representation, but I think this probably suffered from over representation because Stephen Cable Jr., another black director, he's done a couple of movies. He did the only one that I know he did was Creed 2, but I didn't like the direction. I didn't like any of the directing choices. It was he got the 0.5 because he's a black man. I can't give him less than that because black folks, solidarity and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? The writing, I have no fucking clue who wrote this shit, but they need to not write anymore. It was horrible. Like, too many conveniences, too many plot holes, just too much and not enough of action. Dare I say it, I miss Michael Bay directing Transformers movies. I miss him. Michael Bay, bring his shit back. Sound. I'm gonna give it a 3 because it was set in the 90s, so they used a lot of early 90s hip hop, and that was good. But there was a lot of just scoring for no reason. Like when people go off like on adventures, they have like this dramatic music and just the flair when people find stuff and like I was like, no, way too much musical cues, way too many. Overdone. I didn't like it at all. But the soundtrack itself was good. And the sound of people beating everybody up, that was great. Cinematography. God damn it. 2.5 for the cinematography. And how do you mess up an epic Transformers movie? By having weird shot choices, no sense of grandeur in any of the scenes when you're dealing with large scale robots, and just, wonky CGI in places. God, I don't want to spoil it, but there's a part where you're gonna see one of the actors. He's gonna do something, and you're gonna be like, "Oh my God, this is horrible." Just stick with what you were doing. You'll see when you see the movie. Still gotta see the movie because it's a Transformers movie. You gotta see it, but please, please, just wait for streaming. Don't go to the theaters and watch it. You're gonna be mad that you spent your money. That being said, the total score for that is 12. That's below average, or almost a 10, which is horrible. So, like I said, wait for it to come out in theaters. Wait for it to come out on streaming, my bad, and you'll be much, much happier with your time. Anyway, I'm gonna end this by telling you my next movie that I'm gonna review, Frozen. Yes, that was by request, so look out for that. In the meantime, I've been Papa Slamurai. You've been some good motherfuckers. I'll see you next time. All right, we'll use that. Do whatever the fuck with it.